Sit down and study!
Alternative treatments to ADHD, breast augmentation with a twist, and of course, the Karens. Get ready to chuckle because today we are back at it, reacting to some of the funniest, over-the-top medical scenes and injuries from South Park number 10. All right, let's dive right in.
Parents, I call you all together because I think you might be making a mistake putting your children on Ritalin.
But our kids have attention deficit disorder, Chef. They can't pay attention in school without it.
Ritalin and Adderall, they're different classes of medication, but they're there to treat the same type of medical condition having to do with ADHD and trying to keep somebody's attention and focus.
I know you want to help your kids, but I brought over a videotape to show you that there are alternatives to Ritalin. There's this doctor in Northern California who is doing really amazing things with kids who have ADD. I want you to watch this tape.
Ritalin is methylphenidate, which basically is a stimulant in itself, but then it actually is used to focus adults and children. It's also used to calm children down.
Hello, I'm Dr. Richard Shea, here to tell you about my exciting new drug-free treatment for children with attention deficit disorder.
I love it. What a good commercial you got. They just kids just bouncing off the wall. But my question to you is, aren't kids just bouncing off the wall anyway to begin with? Sometimes are we actually putting children on these medications maybe a little bit premature?
This treatment is fast and effective and doesn't use harmful drugs. Watch closely as I apply treatment to the first child.
I want a horse, I want a big brown horse with a fluffy black tail with a diamond tiara.
Sit down and study!
You hear of alternative therapies. Some are good, but this one,
Sit down and study!
I'm not too sure is quite appropriate. Yes, there are medications out there that we use to help focus individuals, calm their brain down a little bit, and should be used potentially as an aid and maybe a band-aid, but not maybe something that should be used permanently forever.
Are you ready, Mom?
Yes, what is it, sweetie?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Wait a minute, Eric, what is this?
Okay, hello, Mrs. Cartman. I'm Dr. Stevens. I understand you're interested in breast augmentation.
So breast augmentation is a change of the shape of your breast. Big, large, small, reshape it, lift it up. Many different meanings behind it.
There are a few options. We prefer the saline implants now. They can be put either under the chest muscle or on top. Did you have any idea what size breasts you wanted to achieve?
So actually that's pretty good information from the doctor. When I was in training and actually a medical student, we had a rotation where we worked with surgeons and saw a couple of plastic surgeries relating to breast augmentation. And sometimes individuals want a certain size, but once you actually do that, it actually doesn't fit well or doesn't look appropriate.
The largest size.
Eric, I've told you 100 times, I'm not getting a boob job.
I'm a bit confused here, Mrs. Cartman. Your procedure has already been completely paid for.
Whoa.
What?
Surprise! I raised all the money, Mom.
Sometimes the implants are actually different sizes because the natural breast tissue is actually different sizes to begin with.
It's done!
No, Eric, I said I don't want breast implants.
Oh my gosh. Obviously, if the patient does not want a procedure, they can't consent for it. So even if it's paid for, you can't do it. That's called assault.
How is he?
I believe he's coming to, Doctor.
What? Don't tell me Cartman's got breast implants. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. Maybe he just did it because it was already paid for and his mom didn't want him.
Well, you did it, Eric. I hope you're happier now. They all said you were very insistent, that you said you'd cancel them if they didn't put breast implants in one of us.
I have fake tits.
They said that tube is for draining blood while the swelling goes down.
When you have surgery, what ends up happening sometimes because of the tissue that's cut, you get a lot of the blood vessels that are cut and the lymph drainage, and you don't want it to get stuck within the wounds themselves because then they'll cause what's something called a seroma. So you put these types of drains in there to drain out the fluid.
Your breasts are swollen now as a reaction to the implants.
Okay, well, now that you see how serious I was, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna go down and get some grocery shopping done.
Mom?
Oh no.
I will go to school like this! You guys, something is seriously wrong with my mom. She's acting crazy. Are any of your parents acting weird at all?
So if you do have a procedure done and you don't like the result, a surgeon can go in and typically remove whatever was done.
This is so embarrassing.
I have an ear infection. What are you seeing the doctor for?
Ear infections, which we actually call otitis media, that's typically because there's fluid that gets behind there and then just sits. If you don't actually get it treated, which is still okay, the eardrum itself can rupture and you'll have the purulent material, aka pus, come out, and it'll heal on its own.
I have AIDS.
Come on! So AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS is caused by the HIV virus. Interesting that the child would have it. Sometimes you can get it, very rarely, by a blood transfusion, by mixing blood with somebody who has HIV, as well as sharing needles. But there are a lot of ways that we use medications now to minimize the likelihood of getting HIV.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad lice problem there. Good thing they pulled you out of school.
Kind of has to do with like poor hygiene or an uncleanly area. What we see nowadays is just kid to kid, maybe sharing a hat or, you know, messing with another kid's hair that might have it. I love it.
I love the rain.
Uh-oh. Here comes the medicine. I love the depiction. Oh my gosh. If you feel itchy, you can definitely have somebody like comb through it, maybe wear some gloves, take a look at it. If you're unsure, get to the hospital, we'll take a look at it. You may have like a bunch of people in hazmat type suits, so they don't want to get the lice and take it home to their family. What's going on?
There, just take Karen, it's right there. Okay, everyone back, just stay back. All right, Karen.
I wonder if the officer keeps calling him Karen because of the haircut. Is that like a Karen haircut? Let me know in the comments. I'm not up to date on the Karen terminology.
We don't want any trouble.
What?
It doesn't have to be like this, Karen.
Why does he keep...
Let us get you some help.
Can someone please tell me what's going on?
I feel the same way, my man.
I could speak to
Karen's clear.
Very interesting that they were able to use like a blow dart with maybe some medicine for sedation. It's not a thing, but it maybe should be a thing. Less lethal or non-lethal.
Just relax. I need to know what you remember, Karen.
I started a streaming service to compete with the weed farm across the street.
Oh my gosh, we get this a lot in the emergency department where people are either intoxicated or have done some sort of illegal substance that might be laced with something else, which is what we see very often and not the intended result the individual wanted, and they might be having a psychotic break or a psychosis relating to the medications that they taken or the illegal substance that they took. That was so good. South Park always is very interestingly accurate with their depiction of medical things that are going on. So I want to know who's giving them their background information and coming up with these scenes and skits. Very, very impressed. As you see, I'm wearing the shirt here. Check out the merch. Check out the link below in the description. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely check out this playlist right here. And as always, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.